Gearfax friends, let me say from the outset, I love purple. All guitar gear should be purple. Anyway, that's just my opinion. This is the Maxon PUE5B bass guitar multi-effects system. It's all analog, it's definitely vintage, but is it a classic? Let's find out. First of all, a look at the front panel. It's purple and very reflective, as you can see. Hello there. Let's try to get in the way of that reflection. Okay, now we can see more clearly. Compressor on the left. You can see we've got an external loop in the top center there for your favorite distortion or drive pedal. 8-band graphic equalizer. What's over here? Digital delay. So I guess I wasn't quite correct before when I said it's all analog. It's a bit of a mixture. Anyway, we've also got a chorus and flanger effect at the end here. Take a moment to observe these big foot pedals too. I know they look like props from Buck Rogers, but they're actually a really good design. If you're at home and playing in your socks or bare feet or entirely in the nude, whatever floats your boat, it's much easier to press these with bare feet. And I don't think there's any questioning the durability of those pedals. Let's see what's on the back. Now this predates USB, MIDI, memory cards, all of that stuff. So everything is in TRS socket format. We've got left and right outputs there, headphones and a stereo line out socket there. These are the sockets for that external loop I mentioned a moment ago. And over here, of course, we've got the guitar input on the end, and you can also connect a tuner through the tuner out socket here. Okay, so we're plugged into an amp now. All the settings on the amp have been put to neutral, so we're not going to get any color or flavor from that. What we hear should be pure PUE5B. The bass guitar being used is just a very ordinary homemade kit guitar, and this is the first patch. Well, straight away I think you can hear the effect of that compressor. It's really nice and punchy, a very visceral sound, great for funk type bass lines. Nice edgy slap too. Next one. Coming through a lot more quietly and testing out the delay sound now. That's pretty fun. Let's try number 3. Bit more of a nondescript sort of multi-purpose sound there. More delay madness. Bear in mind these are just patches that were made by the previous owner. We'll look at each effect in more detail a bit later on in the video. The pass button is indeed a bypass. Okay, so we need a bit of noise reduction. There is a little dial at the back here, which seems to be pretty effective. It certainly gates its way through though as the notes are playing. Still, that'll help us for the purpose of this demo. Let's switch off play mode and go into the edit mode. So you'll see in this patch we've got flanger and compressor. So I'll just turn the flanger off and we'll have a listen to the effect that the compressor has. Here's an A with all settings in the middle. I love that It really sends the muted sounds through. If we increase the attack time and perhaps decrease the sustain, yeah, it really cleans things up. I think I said moving towards 0 increases the attack time before. What I meant was that a higher number actually means faster attack time. And that's why these muted sounds come through a bit stronger than they do when we're in this position. Okay, I know that was subtle, but when you've got your drive effect on the external loop and you're plugged into a much bigger amp, you will hear the difference. Speaking of effects loop, that's the next part in our chain, but I don't have an external pedal connected, so I'm going to switch compressor off and we'll have a listen to the effect of the graphic EQ. First of all, with everything on 0. And we'll scoop. And now give it a peak. Pity it doesn't teach you how to play bass. Yeah, I like that more hollow sound of a peak EQ. Let's just try tapering it off. That's a really nice jazzy sound. And a tapered rise. Again, it doesn't improve your skills, but combined with the right drive pedal, I reckon you could get a really good grungy kind of sound out of that. Okay, let's go back to the middle and move on to the digital delay. Of course, we saw a bit of this before. It's a nice delay. Three settings here. We're currently on the long delay settings. Then there's medium for more of a doubling sort of effect. And then the super fast delay, which will almost kind of chorus your sound. And of course you can do a lot of filtering madness. Finally, we've got chorus and flanger. The first dial here determines which one of those two we're in. The dotted line is the chorus, and we'll start with the flanger, which is the unbroken line. Settings all roughly in the middle. It also doesn't tune your bass guitar. And chorus. Well, that's cool. There's actually a very fine line between the chorus and flanger sound, but they're both nice. Let's try taking that to extremes. Here's a G. like filtering my sounds. Let's turn on delay again and have some fun with that. Yeah, I know a lot of bass players disapprove of that kind of thing, but hey. Let's try that all again with some direct recording. Now bear in mind there's not going to be any kind of amp simulation or amp sound as we're recording direct from the headphone output. So this is by no means a complete sound that you're about to hear, but it should give us a good insight into the character and style of the PUE5B. And that's Maxon's PUE5 multi-effects unit from days of old. Maybe it's just the purple, I'm not sure, but I thought it was very nostalgic, really fun to use. That's all from Gear Facts today. Please like, comment or subscribe. See you on the next one.